Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl bbnaijalevelup. How are you all doing? Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are fine. If you're new to the channel, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. So yesterday in the Big Brother Naija house was filled with lots and lots of laughter and of course a little bit of tension here and there. Yes guys, we had our very last head of house games for the season, and of course our able rider Cheesy won. Yes guys, I guess Big Brother allowed them to actually win the head of house despite the fact that they are riders, because I mean there is no immunity attached to this and all that. Yes, and he picked fellow rider Rachel as his companion. Yes guys, and Big Brother hosted them for the top 8 finalist dinner, which got a little bit emotional for some of them because it felt so real for them to be in the finale. I mean, some of them have tried 4 times, 5 times, 2 times or 3 times to get into the show, and here they were, top 8 finalists of the Big Brother Naija Season 7 Level Up season. Yes, guys. And after that, Big Brother treated them to some show max treats, which kind of like caused a little bit of wahala. Yes, guys. Now, you already know that there was a little bit of tension in the house between Chi and the other housemates. Talking about Chi and Phyna, Phyna later had a chat with her and they trashed out their problems, and, you know, they said the record straight about, you know, what they said about each other and all that, which was all good. But Chi was not having it with Bella and Rachel because to her, they are always ganging up against her. She tried to talk to Daniela about it. And when they went for their Showmax movie in level 3, they decided to watch the Wife. I think that's the name of the South African program. And, you know, they've been there before. So it was, they wanted to start from Chi and the others that have seen it before wanted to start from where they stopped, which is the episode 5. But the rest, the likes of Rachel, Cheesy, Bella, were like, I mean, they don't even know how to enjoy this program or how to enjoy the movie if they did not, or if they were not able to start from the beginning, which kind of caused a little bit of friction. They went out to play snooker, and I mean, they were talking about how Chi was behaving and everything. But later on, Big Brother considered them and decided to start the program or the show from the beginning. And Brian went to call them back, and then of course, Phyna left, not in anger or anything. She just left to go play snooker because she's obviously seen all those episodes before. And Bella sat beside Chi. The way Chi did her face, I don't understand. Before we know it, Chi stood up, you know, and when they showed the other room where Chi and Phyna was, it was almost as if like Chi was talking to herself, because Chi was ranting and Phyna was not even giving her attention. But when she talked about something else, maybe about the snooker or something, Phyna would respond. And I'm like, Chi, can't you even read the room? Like, the person you are ranting about or want to talk about this whole thing with, you know, doesn't want to engage in such talks. I mean, we saw that even during the dinner, when Phyna was dancing and Chi will come to try to gossip. Oh, Phyna, you don't even know what they're saying behind your back. And Phyna just wouldn't give her that attention. Phyna would say something like try to hype or even try to shout, or she was just basically happy. I think that's what's happening there. Phyna doesn't really want that energy, that gossiping thing around her. And Chi tried. At some point, you know, she just gave up and then fell asleep. You know, it was a fun night for most of them. They played snooker, they played games, and they went back into their house, you know. And another thing that actually got my attention was the fact that Phyna knew that Groovy was not there to take care of her when she was drunk, and she said, you know what, she's not going to drink, so that she would just go and have her bath and sleep because Groovy is not there. I'm like, okay, so you actually know that, okay, you normally drink beyond your limits, but you actually do it because you know that Groovy is not there, B. Now, wow. Anyways, away from that, still talking about Groovy. Have you seen Groovy's family? They are also cute, from his sisters to his younger brother, and of course to his mom and dad. I mean, I'm so happy for him because we all know that his mom and dad are separated, and like he always wanted the both of them to come meet him at the finale. But since he did not make it to the finale, they actually came together, and his mom said that they're actually proud of him. It was an emotional moment for them. Yes, and they also got to meet London boy Sheggz. It was so beautiful to watch. They also met the energy god himself, that is Hermes. It was so beautiful to watch. I just love all those family reunions. Truly, family is indeed everything. Now, away from that, but still on the three, top boys of the Big Brother Naija season 7, that is Hermes, Groovy, and of course Sheggz. They finally had their interview with Ebuka, which I was anxiously waiting for. Yes, guys, it's actually out on YouTube. I think they posted it about 1 a.m. Yes, this morning. Okay, so you could see that a lot of people were actually anticipating to watch it because within an hour it already has like thousands of views. So I'm going to kind of like summarize everything they said. Let's start with Hermes. Obviously, you could see that Hermes is an energy god. His future is very, very bright. Hermes is still giving us that laughter. He's still talking like Hermes. I think one of the highlights of his interview was the question about if Allysn is going to be joined to his collective. That is with him and his two women. And he was like, okay, he's going to talk with his two women, that he genuinely loves Allysn, that he's going to talk with his two women. He's going to be talking with Allysn. And if they agree, she's going to be added to it. That even though he had an agreement with them that he was not going to like add any other woman or fall in love, but feelings are feelings. But if they don't agree, he confused me there with his English. I'm sure even Ebuka was actually confused. But one thing I do know is I don't think that Allysn wants to be part of his collective. So let's see how that will go. Now, away from that, Sheggz, obviously his interview was one of the most sought after interviews. He also talked about, his relationship with Bella, that it wasn't really love at first sight, to be very honest, contrary to what a lot of us think. He actually saw a girl he was attracted to, but the love actually kind of like gradually grew, according to him. And I love the fact that, he kept mentioning that he is just a 26-year-old and that, he's willing to learn and unlearn things, that despite the things that he was, being insultive towards Bella, he was also very, very kind towards her, that he loves her and that he adores her. Even when Ebuka was like, you guys were already planning your marriage, in the space of a month. And he was like, see, in the real world, thing is, you meet a girl, you like her, you guys get to go on dates and all that. But this one in the Big Brother Naija house, everything is heightened. You get to spend 247 with this person. You get to know this person or form a deeper connection with this person on a very different level, and it's different. Everything is more intense. So you see this person waking up, you see this person having their bath, you see this person cooking. Basically, you see every part of this person. So yeah, that's why it is that he's still very much interested in marrying Bella. I'm like, okay. And he said that Ebuka is so very much invited to that wedding. Yes, so he's actually rooting for Bella to win. Meanwhile, Hermes is actually rooting for Phyna to win. Now, one thing actually stood out for me was the fact that the three guys actually hold Phyna in a very high esteem. Yes, guys. Now, away from that, we also got to see the first interview of Groovy. Yes, guys, the baby boy of the season, like Ebuka would love to call him. Now, for Groovy, one thing that stood out for me is his admission to his feelings for his different women. He actually said concerning Beauty, he actually did like Beauty, but he feels he owes her no loyalty because in his own word, Beauty match am for ground. So basically saying that Beauty actually damaged his ego. I don't know if like that makes sense. And the way their relationship ended, the way she was disqualified and everything, that no, he doesn't feel like he owes her any loyalty, that he actually didn't plan to like move on to Phyna as fast as he did. He actually wanted to give himself, like a week. But it is what it is, and things happened. And before we could say Jack is with Phyna. Concerning Chomzy, he said that if they were in the same level, yes, he would have dated Chomzy. Concerning Ileba, it couldn't just work out. Concerning Amaka, he just first of all, he never really saw Amaka in that way, and Amaka was like the least expressive of his women, and he never really saw Amaka in that way, and he never really liked Amaka Amaka that way. And for Phyna, he actually said, when Ebuka was like, okay, what do you think about the way Phyna handled the whole Amaka situation? He said that he feels like she actually handled it the best she could. She was basically caught in between her friendship for Amaka and, of course, her love for him. And he always tries his best to remind her every time that, you know what, it's not your fault, that I'm the one that moved to you. So once again, he is reiterating the fact that he was actually the one that moved to Phyna and not what we actually think. And it was a beautiful interview. I'm sure by the time they meet, of course, their families, they meet their team, I'm sure they're going to coach them, on how to answer questions more, because I think this is the first interview they are having after leaving the house. They've not been able to access their phones and all whatnot, while this interview or before this interview. So let's see how their media runs will go. I'm telling you, a lot of us are actually looking forward to what they're going to be saying today in the different radio interviews, because I'm sure most of these radio presenters, they are not going to be as lenient as Ebuka is. So let's see, how their team will actually coach them so that they will not go there and miss Yan. And before I go, of course, I'm saving the best for last. A very big happy birthday to Daniela Peters, Big Brother Naija Season 7 finalist. Yes, guys, today is Daniela's birthday. And of course, the birthday of her twin brother, Daniel. Yes, a very big happy birthday to her. And I know how much she wanted to celebrate her birthday in the Big Brother Naija house, and I'm so happy for her that her dreams has finally come into a reality. On that note, I say thank you all so very much for being part of my channel. If you've not already subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video. Till I come your way again, I remain your darling girl, Williams. Have yourself a beautiful, wonderful day ahead.
When you wakes up, it's there. Just knelt down, just give it thanks. Even though they told us that this sort of things would not be there, he didn't care about that. He didn't care about it. Yeah.
Stop showing you praise.
Sir, Ma, you did a great job. Really, this amazing.
One day, I had to catch you by mistake.
Hermes, but that's true. No way, we eat.
Bro, you don't think until they said it, I didn't think it was a vibe.
You need to win wager to eat.
Oh, must see fights, bro. You go to tench. You go to tench. You go to think. I'm like, I'm not going to spend my pocket now. Like,
Lonzo boy to talent. Oh God, I see you, bro.